This morning, our very special guest, our friend Tim Ingold, is here. He's with All Nations Association of Bible Schools. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning.
So great to have you here. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to all of our faithful supporters that have prayed and supported our ministry through the years and have allowed us to do what we do.
And you were telling us you've kind of lived all over. Tell us about some of the places where you've been and lived.
Yeah, Central Illinois, Northern Indiana, suburbs of Chicago, so that's Central. Arizona, I lived in Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona for a year, 2 years in Brooksville, Florida. Puerto Rico, Thailand, and I currently live in Southport, North Carolina.
Wow. And a graduate of Messiah University as well.
Yeah, graduate of Messiah, and I lived in this area for 12 years as well.
Yeah, awesome. So tell us all about All Nations Association of Bible Schools.
Sure. Yeah, it's estimated that 85 to 90% of pastors and church leaders around the world have little to no biblical education, formal education. So what we do is we connect with churches and ministries that want to train their leaders locally and affordably. And so we can provide them curriculum and Bible school materials so that they can run their own Bible school, train their leaders locally, and be able to do that in a way that they can live and work at home, continue their current jobs while they're studying, and get some training to be able to better do ministry.
So what's that look like? You're in many countries throughout the world. How do you get that teaching, and how do you do that with those folks?
Sure. Yeah, so we're in 31 countries. We have about 300 member schools, and we've resourced 900 or so total. Wow. So thousands of graduates over the 21 years we've been in existence. So we have it in digital form and written form. What we do is, as we grow within a country, we look to get a native national director for that country that kind of oversees the work in that country.
Right.
And we have a headquarters office in Accra, Ghana, where we have 3 staff now working out of that office as well. So
in working with many of these pastors who are leading churches, leading a congregation, and yet don't have the biblical foundation you're talking about, so what kind of stories do you have as far as how folks' lives have been transformed through this?
Sure. Yeah, so Jacob Napiri had felt a call to ministry. He lived in rural northern Ghana. And so he had started, there wasn't a church in his village, so he started a home church, and then he started some home churches in some surrounding villages. And he's like, well, I'm not trained. I should really go to Bible school. So he left and went to the big city for Bible school, and he realized nobody's taking care of my churches now.
Right.
So he went back home to take care of the ministry, but he still wanted to do the education so he could be better trained to fulfill the calling on his life.
Yeah.
And an AABS school opened in his area, so he was able to go and get his schooling there, and now he's running 30 churches in different villages and teaching at the school where he studied there. So
amazing!
So it was really impactful for him. He got the training he needed, could continue running the churches he was running while he did it.
That's amazing. So if folks want more information about your ministry, they can find you online.
Yeah, they can find us online at friendsofAABS.com. Or Facebook, Friends of AABS as well.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have a banquet at Shady Maple on Thursday, September 25th. 5:30 the doors open, and it's at 6. It's a free event. It is a fundraiser event, so we will be asking for donations, but it's free to attend.
Yeah, but folks could come and find out all about the ministry and what you're doing, and support what you're doing there that night as well.
Exactly. It's our best opportunity to learn about us.
Friends of AABS.com is the spot. Check that out. You can find out about the September 25th banquet. We're going to talk more with Tim coming up, and we'll find out more about the banquet as well. This morning, our very special guest, our friend Tim Ingold, is here with All Nations Association of Bible Schools. Good morning again, Tim.
Good morning again.
How did All Nations get started?
Yeah, our executive director, J.C. Ebersole, and his family had gone over to Ghana, and he was going over to be a professor at a Bible college there. And after a semester there, the leader of the school came up to him and said, we've been having this idea that it's hard for some of the people in the rural areas to afford coming into the big city, pay for the tuition plus room and board. We've thought about maybe bringing the school to them somehow. And so through that, AABS started, and it started in Ghana and just has kind of blown up since then. And like I was saying, we were now in 31 countries. So.
Amazing. I love that story of how God worked through that. To get it started. That's a great story. Yeah. So tell us exactly what you do. How do you get all of your teaching to all of the pastors throughout the world?
Yeah, so we when we grow in in a country, then we appoint a native national director to connect with the different schools there, and we have region directors in Western Africa and Southern Africa, and then an Africa director that kind of helps with Africa. So. In the last 4 or 5 years, we started connecting through the Hopewell Network with ministries outside of Africa, and so 2 years ago, I came on to work with anybody outside of Africa. So if it's a non-Africa country, then they connect through me at the moment, and I work on getting them the materials.
And it's a key part of it to be able to teach these pastors while they're also serving their churches.
Exactly. Yeah, they can live at home, continue serving the way that they're serving, and get their training.
I love that.
So each ministry or church owns and operates their own school. It's their school. It's not ours.
Right.
And so they can kind of schedule the hours the way they want, teach which courses are important to them, and make it work that way.
And you guys are providing the curriculum and the teaching materials.
Correct. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the schools that last year when we were in Ghana for our international conference, we went to Christ-like disciple makers and kind of talked with them. It's one of our Bible schools, and talked with them about how they started. And so the Reverend J.F.K. Mensah and his wife in 2007 had kind of had the vision that they want to make disciples that make disciples.
Okay.
And so they were kind of trying to work through that. They'd have meetings, they had seminars, and after about 4 years, they're like, we're not getting the results. It's not really working. And they heard about AABS in 2011, and they're like, okay, well, let's try that. And it's gone really well for them. They usually have at least 70 students per year that they work through the program, and several things that they do that are different. They require each of their students, before they can get a certificate or a diploma, to bring in somebody that they've discipled to the school and prove them that they've made a disciple.
Interesting.
They also ask their students to do a 5-word summary of each chapter of the Bible, and then write a 5 to 8 page paper of God's call in their life, the giftings that they have that support that, and what they think God's calling them to do in ministry.
Wow. Huh.
And then beyond that, they decided, you know what, we have a responsibility and a privilege now to send people out. And so there's 20 unreached people groups in Ghana, and they have now sent 2 of their graduates to 12 in Paris to 12 of the 20 unreached people groups, and they're working to get to the other 8.
Wow, love that. That's a great story. Yeah. If folks want to come out and hear more stories about how God is working through your ministry, they could come out to your event coming up in September.
Yeah, September 25th at Shady Maple Banquet Center. We're having our annual banquet. There'll be a silent auction along with that, so there's different items that you can bid on for the silent auction. Learn about what's going on with AABS, and we'll be there, explaining all that. And so we're excited for anybody that wants to come out to our banquet. It's the best opportunity to learn about what it is that we're doing.
It is free, right?
It is free, correct.
But people need to register. They need to have tickets so that they're coming.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we assign seating and things like that. So if you're coming with friends, let us know that too, so we can seat you together. Yeah, awesome. So it's coming up September 25th. It's there at Shady Maple. How do people get their reservations? Yeah, you can RSVP to me at aabstim@yahoo.com. Okay, very cool. Check it out online as well. You can go to friendsofaabs.com. A lot of the info is there about the upcoming event too. Yeah, it's not live at the moment, but I'll make it live. So our banquet page will be, as well as the silent auction items, will be on the page later. Check it out online, friendsofaabs.com. Tim, we've loved having you here today. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for having me. You told us we were talking about vinyl and all our old records and stuff, and you said your very first concert was a Petra concert. That's right, yeah. I can't remember how old I was, probably somewhere between 2nd and 5th grade, but in Central Illinois, my first concert was Petra. Well, here you go. We're going to play a very old Petra song from 1983. This is God Pleaser on WJTL. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, you too.